Alright. I have like the worst case of the hiccups I've had in years right now. And I was doing fine, I was doing good, and then they were like, turn down the thing, and I was like, I can't hear it though. Like, it, so then like I got up too fast. Cause I was like, I guess I'll just play something on the PlayStation because I can't watch, what I want to watch because I was trying to watch The Last of Us, but it's too loud apparently. So then I got up too fast. I should have been watching The Last of Us. Like that's the fucking problem is like I was supposed to watch all The Last of Us. I wasn't supposed to be playing fucking Destiny. And I have a terrible case of the hiccups. Like this is the worst case of the hiccups I've had in a long, long time. I feel like I'm dying. I feel like I need to vomit. Okay, dude. Like, and the problem is that whenever it's nighttime, my projector gets the best view because there's no light, and I don't have curtains, so yeah, I'm not gonna buy the cute curtains. They're probably afraid to buy me curtains because I want to sleep all day, but I can't even enjoy it because my room is too close to my parents' room because my realtor is a fucking retard. Worst part is that she was a family member. She's a family member of my realtor. She's just really stupid. Like, she's just not good at her fucking job. You never have a fucking realtor because she's a family member. You never hire a fucking realtor because she's a family member. You hire a realtor because they have good reviews, you dumb bitch. And my mom. What the fuck are you thinking? Just because someone, is your family member doesn't mean you have to do them favors nonstop, especially if they're not good at their fucking job. I thought it would be fucking cool because my family owns horse ranch that will be near the horses, but she doesn't even understand the first thing about my family's horse ranch, and that is the people who are fucking literally running the horse ranch part of the ranch were literally, like, they were doing sketchy shit with the money to try and buy us all out so that they can have the ranch to themselves because they were a bunch of greedy mongrels, because all horses ever will do is turn you into a greedy mongrel. Trust me. Trust me, dude. Trust me, dude. And I told my mom and she agreed with me. And I told my dad that I had to become what, and I had to talk about it and what we came up with. And eventually my mom convinced my uncle because my uncle realized that he owed us a favor because I helped him so I get into med school in the region. And they got all that ass off my ranch. And all of a sudden what happens? The thread starts unwinding. And all of a sudden the people who were trying the hardest to fucking hide the ranch for themselves, they all just start dropping like flies, man. Like they were hiding behind the retard fucking horse non-stop. They were hiding behind those fucking bullies. They were using them as their egos. They were making it so they didn't have to rely on real technology or real ties or real American ingenuity or real, real fandom or real amazing ingenuity or any of that. They just wanted fucking horseshit. And the problem was that there was only two families that were okay with having all that horseshit, whereas like there's like what, 10 families? There's 10 families and only two of them want the horseshit. And then clearly the two that were working together the horseshit were trying to hide it all for themselves. And what my mom finally realized that this like just a couple of months ago, she tells my uncle who's the treasurer who got on our side finally. Wasn't one of those two families, but he was kind of in the middle. I told her you gotta stop this chain, you gotta stop this cycle. That's how we get out of it, because wherever these egos, these horse egos, they're too greedy. Sorry, but they just want too much for themselves. Like I don't even understand why either of those families would want that entire ranch to themselves, because they're a bunch of lazy dumbasses. They wouldn't even know what to do with half of it. I guarantee you they wouldn't get the bug pies if they wanted that ranch. I guarantee you that they're a bunch of dumbasses. There aren't even smart people. This is their idea of being smart. Oh, I get $1,000 a month for fucking food. I'm just gonna go to fucking Twisters and buy fucking burritos all month. What would I do? Think about it. What would I do? I'd buy a juicer. I'd go in on a lot of carrots. I'd get a lot of watermelon. I would choose the rind of my watermelon as well. I'd make like, watermelon rind juice, which is something that you can do, it's very healthy to do that. I may even like juice oranges. I'd really get into juicing if I had $1,000 a month. Holy shit. Like seriously, $1,000 a month just for groceries? They'd be like, oh, I just need a Twisted burrito. Like, you're hungry for a fucking cheesy little fuck is what you're hungry for. But they're not smart enough to understand that, better ways lead to better outcomes. They're dumbasses. Japanese is the I literally sound like a dying frog, dude. I'm that sage toad that fucking got his ass kicked so hard, he got down. And then he started kicking ass and went full fucking rage toad and then fucking what? And then finally beat the bad guy and then was like, okay guys, I have to say fucking little toad version because it'll help me heal because, and then like fucking 5 years they're fucking little toad version. It's actually kind of what it else sounds like. was gay, and then I was like, what the fuck? And then they were like going to check on Ron Swanson. But Buddy asked Mercy killed, and then Ron Swanson Mercy killed his buddy, and then now they're like on the appropriate timeline for what would be considered the present of where I'm at, instead of going back and then progressing and then back, going back and then progressing. I think that so far, I mean, it's not as good as some of the other shows. It's certainly not as good as Yu Yu Hakusho. Yu Yu Hakusho is much better than that. I feel like the drama was good. The drama kind of reminded me of Andor a little bit. It felt good. It didn't have bad feelings. It had a good vibe, I think. Which is why I think people probably like it. One of the reasons why I would say it was good, but I don't know, like, the action, like, and it was kind of predictable, to be honest with you. I mean, you could totally tell that that one lady was gonna die. Like, I mean, I knew that from the start. I was like, that lady's dying. You could just tell. Like, it was just predictable. Andor is much less predictable than that. But I did get some good feelings from The Last of Us, and I only watched 2 episodes. I'm on the 3rd episode, and I've already got 1 or 2 good feelings. So it's not bad if you have good vibes and you're decent drama. I'm not doing a terrible job, I guess, but still at the same time, it wasn't as enjoyable to watch as Yu Yu Hakusho, because Yu Yu Hakusho has a lot of action scenes, and they set interesting settings just in general. I think the settings in The Last of Us are interesting as well. It just seems like they're in Texas. Like, it looks like they're it looks like good, like that bad. I mean, I don't know. It's very predictable, I think. I think that's the biggest problem, is, like, the writers, they weren't trying. They were just giving it all away, and like, based on the vibe, like, you can just tell certain things would happen. I don't know why. That's the pickup. Fucking my goddamn nose was actually worth it now, but she's a fucking retard. White trash. That trash always thinks they know better than the customer. It's like, you don't even know the first thing about me and my horse ranch, yet you think that you know everything about me and my horse ranch. Or ex-horse ranch, I guess. Like, you think you know everything about me and my horse ranch, and you've never even had a fucking conversation with me about my horse ranch. Even though I take after my mom, which means I'm next in line. I'm ahead of my sister for some reason, because of my clipping. And because my sister was very external and she didn't do anything to help the family. She just left. She got up and left, and what? She went far away, and she still lives far away. I've always been close to the family, and I always had a close family interest at heart, and I was like, yes, help with me. My sister has never done that shit for my family. That's the difference between me and my sister, and the reason why I would take after my mom is what I would take before my dad, because he said he was related to this. He was in-law. And that we're in-law. I think after my mom. You know what that means? That means I'm the one who's most in tune with the ranch besides my mom, and if anything, what? Me and my mom are like on the same plane. We work together, we talk a lot about it. You know, we don't keep anything hidden from each other. If I have a feeling and I talk with, my confidants about, what's going on there, I immediately go to my mom and I explain to her what our conversations were. So she can know what I'm thinking, and so I can influence what she's thinking. my sister and her would never have those type of talks. If anything, my sister would just be like, oh, just sell out, you know, because they're trying to screw you over. I'd be like, no, you gotta kick the ass and what? Kill them off with cancer. You have all these fucking useless hype sticks, why don't you fucking start using them?